I do not
is the
disagree.
greatest of all time?
Depends on who you're asking.
Exactly, depends on who you ask.
You have to say it's
But-
Messi.
No,
There is only
right
one.
now, as at
no,
this
but today's
moment,
game-
as
today's
at this
game was-
It's
moment,
not about
It's
for this
Messi.
moment. Yeah, it's not about this moment. There's nobody that's played that football that's as great as that guy.
no, you
with
can
what he has
argue. You
won.
can argue Maradona and Pele.
No. They don't come
That's
close.
it. You Maradona, Pele, all
did
those
not come
old
close.
guys of this.
They did
not come
Santos,
close.
all those
Even-
Asian players. Like we didn't really watch.
They did not
play.
want-
Even
Oga,
those
how
ones
many
too, I
Ballon
don't
d'Or did
respect
they win?
Messi.
So it's not about. So you
No,
can't,
it
you can't
is.
say that. You can't say that because Pele never played in Europe.
No, Oga.
Do you
How many
get-
World Cup did Pele win?
3.
How many Copa del Rey did Pele win?
He didn't play in Spanish La Liga.
Okay, no, but wait, you are saying no.
Do you get me
Ballon
wrong?
d'Or is not just for people that play.
No,
in Europe.
it was.
for-
It was at that point in time.
No,
it was only
whether it was
George
or
Weah
not.
that won it.
Of
was
course,
the
in
first
1995.
person to win it
I
outside
know.
of Europe. So it
I
was for
know.
European people.
No, it's not. See, you are missing the point. The point is this: Pele was great. And
Yeah.
Pele
Exactly.
is great. But then Pele did not leave. I'm not sure whether he left Brazil.
No, he
to
never
come
did.
out. Yeah.
No. What they did? So
another
let
thing
me
you have
no.
to consider
This
when
are
you're
no.
talking about
This are
greatness.
another thing. No, wait.
You
So
know, like,
Thomas,
are you able to move around?
wait, calm
and
down.
do
This is
that
another
thing?
thing that I recently figured out that they did in those days. Santos
what?
actually went on tour, European tours, to
I
play
know-
European teams.
No, 100%.
And he played
I
like
know
a
that.
lot of matches with the European teams. And
Okay.
Pele was a phenomenon.
No,
All
of
through.
course he was a female. You
Do you
know,
get
but
my
then
point? So Ballon d'Or did not exist then. So there was no title to give. Do you
Yeah,
get? So
okay.
like the main thing was if you're going to go and decide whether you're a good player, you go and play Brazil. To
have you watched Pele's game?
What?
Have you watched any of Pele's games?
No, full match. No.
Have you watched Messi's game?
I live in Messi's era.
Okay.
Do you get me? Like
Listen,
I live in
I've
Messi's
seen-
era.
No. Don't get me wrong. Pele is one of the greatest.
Sure.
But I'm telling you, yeah,
Messi
Messi is
different.
He's out of this planet.
He's-
End of story.
it's
Same
end of
to
story.
with Maradona, Ronaldinho,
No,
Ronaldo, dilemma.
those
think
ones are
Zidane.
different.
But I think if you call,
Do you get, like- No,
but
I'm not-
I don't think
I'm
you
not- I'm not
call Zidane
disputing.
and call Messi. See, Zidane
No,
different
no.
league from
Yes,
Messi.
Zidane also great.
Yeah.
Yes.
But different league. It's just
No, see, Messi was a star, man. He's good. He's absolutely
he's
mesmerizing.
a boss.
He has always been like that to get. But I just feel like for me, why I'm always a Ronaldo fan because he
you
became.
have to work for it. Yeah.
Do you get
No,
me? He
100%.
became.
And I
Do you
agree
get?
with you on
And that is not easy fit.
No, it's not. It's never.
I mean, Messi is more or less like you look at him and be like, do people do this in real life? Do you get me? Like, do
and
people
again,
actually
so
do
the
this in
thing
real
is,
life? Do you get?
When you say he was born for it, I agree with you because his stature also gives him that flexibility. Because like no shade to short people, but when you are
Catch yourself.
when you are
Stray bullet.
like when you have that height, yeah, you're able to like you're closer to the floor and then your center of gravity is lower. So you're able to. So it's
Able to
very
move,
difficult, like for them to like clear you off the floor and fall down. And also like that's why the ball hardly leaves his leg. It's as if he's using his.
It's just
But I
controlling.
think he
Lord.
worked on, having
he
the ball
worked.
stick to his leg, right?
No, he worked.
He
No,
definitely
no.
worked on that.
Well, no. Even look at Messi's younger like games. He has always been like that.
Yeah, he has always been like that.
No, but no, hold on. Wait. Do you know why you're not like that?
I don't know.
Because
I never saw
you are
anybody play that
no,
way.
No, because you are doing so many things. Messi knew.
He's
It's
focused.
just ball.
It was ball.
That's
Ball,
it.
that's
right?
all.
Oscar,
24/7.
if you no, trust me, Oscar. If you've been writing code since you were 4,
No, that's
you will be in Silicon Valley. You will
In fact,
be
in
in.
fact,
That's
you will be
intense,
Silicon Valley.
No. Like I'm being serious. Most of these guys here, the way they raise their kids, I'm talking about like Europeans and all.
yeah,
now,
yeah.
Like they actually tailor them to follow a certain line. It's
If
not,
they show
there's no
interest,
need.
no, if they show
There's no
interest
need-
from a
no,
very
no, no,
young
no.
age,
It's not. Sometimes it's not just about interest. Like for instance, like you can come from a family of doctors, and then your parents begin to train you. Of course, at the end of the day, you might see some other things that you
Yeah,
like
you wanna
and
do,
all.
yeah.
But I think like that's actually one of the best ways, like to actually.
It's
Like,
actually called. I was just talking to my sister about it. It's actually called concerted cultivation. It's a style of parenting where you early on you show your expose your kids to different stuff and then watch and see where they bite and then okay, I think he's good at tennis or soccer. And then you start putting activities in your life.
Yeah.
And that's look at people like Tiger Woods or Serena Williams.
Yeah,
it's the exact same
that's
thing, right?
Serena Williams documentary, right?
Same thing,
Oh,
right?
the movie with Will Smith in it.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Like that. I'm like, from bets, it's like you have decided.
No, but like
This is
that's
it.
actually see, and I won't see. It's not an excuse for us. It's not an excuse for
Their
us
friends are not-
Africans.
Me, the
Africans and Nigerians.
name
That,
book. Come on.
no, it was, so it's not. See, it's not just even about sports. It's about every other facet of life.
Yeah.
You know, like we're thrown in different directions. Go to church. Go
and do this.
Go to school. You get to school. You are doing food and nuts. Where you're supposed to be in lab.
As in, you're doing social studies, you're doing home economics,
Yeah.
you're doing
No.
biology.
So the
Yo,
thing is,
focus me
the
somewhere.
thing is, the idea is meant to be the same thing as what he said, right? Put you through so many things, and then you figure out.
100%. But then by that time, it's already like do it when the kid is
young.
He's young.
Yeah.
At that time,
And
you're
then
already
see.
like
at SS2.
Kelly's age.
You're already.
It's too late.
At
now.
the same time, okay, I won't say about everybody, right?
Yeah.
I just feel like back home, man, most of us didn't go to university knowing what we wanted to do completely. We just had an idea. Okay, we want to do this. We have an idea about this. Like, I feel like some people here go to university because they're convicted about like this is what I want to do. So if they're doing architecture, they're doing it with with their passion, with their
Trust
mind.
me, man.
For
Like,
me,
there's-
it was
there's-
always like I wanted to do engineering. So
Yeah, but you
even though
just
it's
didn't know
software
which.
develop- No, I knew from okay, I wanted to be a farmer in the beginning.
Yeah, okay, that's good.
Honestly.
In where?
I was
Farmers
like,
are
that was
important,
no, honestly, that was
though.
like my
Farmers
first
are
when I was growing when I was growing up, I wanted to be a farmer. Then from farming, I changed to
fucking
carpentry.
dumb, bro.
Then from carpentry, no, I was
Carpentry.
I
All over the
explored with a
place.
lot of things,
Wait,
right?
wait.
But then for me, my first real gig was like, okay,
Yo, wait, what,
I
like, what were
loved-
they like exposing you to? I'm confused. how many like handiwork
No,
people
no,
came to your house?
see, I was outdoor. There was no internet then. Now there was no TV. So I was always outdoor. So those
this
are the
guy
things that I
skilled you, bro.
enjoyed.
Okay.
doing. So the first thing I was like, I really loved was like I loved birds growing up as a kid. So I always wanted to be an aeronautic engineer because I loved airplanes.
Okay.
I studied it. I loved how it worked and everything. So for me, that's why I really picked up the niche for science and engineering. And then my mom just pushed me towards the direction. My dad probably wanted me to do medicine, but engineering was always like
Oscar,
my
I
thing.
can't imagine you as a doctor.
The doctor.
No.
Yeah, you
I
don't
don't
strike me like a doctor.
Exactly, you
But-
don't
but
just fit.
After
engineering
the
was
result, I noticed you have tuberculosis. So, Nurse Titi, please bring the syringe. It's going to be so awkward, bro.
So for me, I think I just had it lucky because nobody really pushed me outside of the thing I wanted to do. But I feel like that desire was from when I was really young. Like,
Nah.
I loved engineering. I loved the way things worked. I really wanted to put my mind to like build stuff and think. So the rest was just guiding through which engineering to follow,
wanted to do.
basically.
You know what?
I knew what I wanted to do.
Speaking about doing stuff, because let me introduce our guest.
Oh,
We
yeah. Yeah, finally.
So today we have saying wonderful person is like, I don't know, cliche. But yeah, we have
You need to
Elaborate.
add to your vocabularies of introducing people to us.
Yeah, put like,
You know.
we'll be using like 5
you
minute
have to-
citation.
Yeah,
to
you
get
have
that
to
kind of
use
stuff, right?
big words to make them
Masters
feel.
in
says the
Exactly.
from the person that says ideology.
Yes. It's part of
we
a big
have-
word.
We have Kelly. Wonderful Kelly. I think that's the word in our midst. Really
Like
like
using wonderful. Okay,
no.
it's a big word, isn't it?
It's a big word.
But bro, like, first time I heard of you, in fact, the way this guy, do you know how you saved your contact on his phone?
No.
Save his Kelly TikTok guy.
I have a way of saying people's names. No.
Kelly TikTok guy. But then, like, first time I heard of you was, like, you do TikTok videos and all, and like you're big on social media. That was like first time I heard of you.
Yeah.
And then, we were talking some minutes ago, and then you're telling me, that you have an engineering background. So I'm like, is this social engineering or what? Let me know.
If you guys go to Kelly's TikTok page, right? And then if you see him in real life and he tells you he's doing engineering, you'll be like, nah, fam. And because the things he does.
Are you serious?
But the things he does on TikTok, you'll be like, a serious person will not be doing this.
But so like how did that start from you? Of
TikTok.
course, like TikTok. I don't know, maybe your journey started from COVID.
Pretty much. Actually. No, pretty much. So my background, like professionally, right? I'm an automation engineer, right? So
Nice.
I serve in the robotics and automation space, mainly on electric vehicles, right? But I think when COVID started, we started working remotely. So I live alone. So eventually you get bored, right? Like, I started talking to myself on the like in the mirror. I'm like, okay, something is going on here. And then TikTok. So I was trying to figure out how to use the app. So I created my first video. And maybe it got a couple of views, but I'm like, you know what? I'm just gonna create for myself, anyways, right? But before that, I used to do heavily. I used to do photography as well. So I had like the camera equipment, the light, and everything, right? So I started incorporating that into my videos.
Oh,
But eventually, I think I was doing videos, and eventually I saw the way the numbers started growing. So I'm like, oh, okay, this is something, right? I find humor in a lot of stuff, and I try to create content for, stuff people would see and say, okay, I can relate to that.
Yeah,
and find some humor in it. But that's it. I try to create for myself first, right? And then if someone else likes it or connects with it, sure. But for me, that's TikTok. And when I tell people, oh, I'm in engineering, but I also do TikTok, like, serious,
serious. And like, if you go to his house, right?
Yeah.
Like, he's a very serious human being. Shockingly.
Yeah.
what do you mean?
Like, he studies a lot. He reads a lot.
Okay.
If you leave him alone, he's just going to be walking all day, literally.
Of course, like.
So how
what else
you
want
find
him
the
to do?
time? No.
She's in the bag, innit?
How you find the time to actually
He has to make money.
shoot those goddamn
Yeah.
mumu TikTok videos? I don't understand.
No, but so the thing is this here. There is time. But
There's time.
people don't realize. There is so much time. Oh my God.
No, I agree with you when we say there's time.
There's time here. It's just that you just have so many things that have just blocked
Occupying, yeah.
all of those time. Like there's time to be useless. Trust me. If you feel that you don't have time here, just look at yourself and say, okay, so let me see how I'm going to spend this entire day. And then you will see that, okay, let me give you. So there was something I stopped doing last year around this time. So usually in the morning when I wake up, I'm going to the bathroom. Like maybe I'm going to take a shit. And then I'm going there with my phone. Because I'm checking like the early messages.
Yeah.
Trust me, you spend nothing less than 30 minutes.
They're doing that.
Do it because you know the routine. You ever check iMessage, then you go to Instagram,
Yeah.
you watch a couple of stories, then you go to Twitter, you tweet a lot of things. If you now have Facebook and TikTok,
And Snapchat.
my brother,
You literally go through, go through everything.
and trust
Yeah.
me, you literally spend like 45 minutes in there. And then the only time you realize is when you no longer feel your legs.
That pain. You're like, God, I gotta get up.
When you no longer feel your legs. So like, trust me, there's actually time to do all of those.
Cool.
But yeah, like, so how are you able to balance engineering and your work and doing TikTok videos? And also like, the guys in your office, do you actually know that you're actually big on TikTok?
I would say 99% of them don't know. Just a couple of them have seen my videos and like, oh, okay, I can relate to your content.
Yeah.
But I work remotely, so I've got some, during like my lunch break, for example. I think for me, there's like a learning curve with TikTok. So I think the moment I figure it out, when I shoot content, I shoot in bulk, right? So I'm able to create like 2, 3, 4 videos within like half an hour. So I know at least for the next week or so, I've got content to post,
Put out,
right?
yeah.
And most of my content are usually like short videos, 15 seconds, just myself, something I could do in one take, right? That's it, right? One take and that's it. Move on to the next thing, right? And you edit it on your phone. So a lot of people do, I need all the cameras, I need the lights. I'm like, no, all I use is just my phone. I use my phone. And people wonder, like, oh, you got good quality. I'm like, I just use my iPhone 11, right? I put my ring light and that's it, right? If I'm shooting outdoors, I use natural light and then edit on my phone. No need for crazy software. I just use CapCut on my phone. No need for like Final Cut Pro or whatnot.
Yeah,
right?
Premiere Pro and the rest.
So that's how I tend to balance it. And outside that, when I'm not doing TikTok, I'm doing my work, right, and other stuff.
That's great. Oscar, you should
Join TikTok.
So you should, right? There's a lot of stuff on there for everybody.
Join
right?
to watch. Fine, like I'm not sure. Like I can be doing.
You're on
even
Instagram, right?
yeah.
Yeah. So I think if you're already on Instagram, TikTok isn't that different. It's just the
No,
video
joining
content,
TikTok
right?
is not a problem.
Yeah.
No, but
Like creating videos for
start
TikTok
making
is a
content
problem.
now.
Do you get me? So
Like some farmer
I don't
videos, some farmer carpenter.
some carpentry videos.
no, honestly, like,
You'll be
like
shocked.
manual
Those
labor,
niches, yeah, they
woodwork,
get
and
people,
so
yeah.
the thing is, I can't actually do all the stuff, to be honest. Like I always want to be like a tree house for the longest of time. I still feel I'm going to do it.
Build a tree house.
Yeah.
Where?
Is it weird? Where else did he build it now?
Where? Where?
You buy us
When I
and
get
put
a
it in the
house.
backyard.
Okay.
That'd be
Okay.
crazy.
Okay. Like when
I'll
you.
be the tree house.
And actually, those kind of content, actually,
Yeah. So like I
develop
wouldn't
massive
mind.
following because it's a small
Yeah.
niche, right? Yeah. So
I won't mind, those tree house, little bed box, all those, little, cute things and
Well,
stuff.
I'll just say you better start it on time because they'll soon ban TikTok.
No, it's not for TikTok, right? Necessarily.
It could be
just,
anywhere,
just for
right?
like
It could-
more
it could be
It could be
creative
anywhere. It
creators.
doesn't. It doesn't.
And it could also
I'm
be
the
just
kind of
for you as
person that
well.
like I feel like if I create videos, content, I'm not going to share it.
and that's fine, right?
Literally. If you come to my house, I can show you,
Yeah.
but I'm not going to put it out
A lot
there.
of artists are like that.
Do you get
actually.
me?
They
I'm not really
create
going to put it
stuff
out there. I just do stuff.
and just don't want to share.
Mm,
Because
sure.
when I started photography, it was the same thing where it was a
take
hobby,
pictures
right? I
and
was just
everything.
Yeah,
taking
just more of
pictures,
like a
right?
hobby. Yeah,
And it was just for me. But I think when
But
people started seeing my work,
why wouldn't you want to share though?
because again, it's a hobby. It's for me, right? That's the main thing. It's for me. So I should be able to open my phone on my, cloud
just
folder
see
and say,
how
oh,
all
you know
this-
what? I took this,
yeah.
2 years ago. But eventually, I think when people started seeing my work, like, oh, would actually pay you for it. I'm like, really? These are shitty photos, right? And we'll actually pay you for it. And so I think from like 2017 to around, I think 2019, 2020, I was doing my photography business. I still have my page, right, on Instagram with all my work. But since 2019, I've just been busy that I haven't had time to actually shoot, right? So my cameras are there. I still shoot it like in church, right? I help them out. But outside that, my cameras are just sitting there. I've got like, very high quality cameras, Sony and stuff.
Yeah.
Lenses, lights. Just don't have the time to shoot right now. But
Yeah.
I'm still a photographer at heart. But yeah, it started from, I'm going to take stuff and just for myself, right? And eventually. But I would also encourage artists, when you take stuff, I think put it out there as well,
Yeah, so like I get a point, but like for me now, the next big thing I want to do, if I do have the courage to, is get a camera, travel when I have time, and just make videos of it.
Yeah.
So literally, let's say I go to Netherlands, I heard about these nice weathers and how they all use bicycles and all this kind of stuff, great sunset. I'm just creating that whole
Anyway,
experience.
I was going to say
literally,
that
and
there's a place where you
bringing
can't
up the
take
stuff.
camera to in Netherlands.
Really?
So hopefully you find you find out the place.
Oh,
Hey.
Before you go there.
but I think every country has places like that, right? Where you
No,
like, oh, no cameras. allowed.
like it's literally streets.
Oh,
Street
wow.
zone.
Yeah.
Oh, nice.
There's some chicks by the window.
Oh, I
He
know that
knows-
one. I know
he
that one. Yeah.
Oh,
He knows the place. They would
is it
actually
like red light district?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Right.
they might actually stone you, Sha, but
Thomas not to say the name, but let me say the name.
Oh, okay. Fair enough.
I got that. Thomas not to say the name, but yeah.
So do you get paid like for some contents that you put out, like sponsorship, like yeah.
So,
concerts?
at least from photography, yes, when people book me, definitely. But from TikTok, so in Canada right now, TikTok doesn't have a creator fund, right? So no one's getting paid from TikTok.
Yeah.
But I've worked with brands where that's where I
Oh,
got
nice.
paid. Yeah. So that's the only cash coming in from TikTok, right? But again, people are like, oh, take it seriously and keep doing more. But I find out for me, it's a hobby. I don't want it to become work. Where I'm like, oh, I have to post today. Or like, no, I have to create for myself first, right? And sometimes I create videos where I put out there and we get like 5 views. And I'm like, oh, I still thought it was funny. So on to the next, right? And
Yeah,
sometimes people are like, oh, why did you create that? I'm like, I don't care. I just create for myself. So that's why again, when people see myself, I'm like, this guy, people have said like, if someone sees you now, they think you're someone
Yeah,
serious.
see.
But when they see your content, like, what the hell, right? So I create for myself first, right? And hopefully someone sees my stuff and connects to it or able to relate to it, right? Find some level of humor, yeah.
Not too long ago, you were asking who was going back to Nigeria.
Yeah.
So there's this concept of I just go back that normally rains every December. Personally, for me, I think it's actually, I don't know. The word for me that is in my head is insane and stupid. Because the fact that maybe for the past 15 years, the same concept always comes up in December.
It's not
You see
going
some
to
people
die.
will say, oh, be careful, your babe might not pick your call from 25th to
don't go.
30th. She has gone to meet, I just got back.
I mean,
Like, no, like, I think those people are actually speaking from what they've
Experience,
experienced.
right? Yeah.
like some are speaking for what you
In the sense that, and again, yeah, like I know that yes, you're coming back. It could be you're coming back with I don't know. You went to the bank, you got like 5K credit card.
Nobody cares.
No, hold on now. No, so what I usually look at is the impact and not necessarily the pressure it creates for those back home. And the pressure that those back home also succumb.
Yeah.
No, they don't put any pressure on us. Because if someone should go back home now and go back to Nigeria and then, of course, all the girls that did not answer him back in the day.
They will flock in. Yeah. They come in droves. Yeah.
Oh my days.
So, but like, what are your thoughts about going back to Nigeria, especially during Christmas? I don't know. The word is an oppressing people.
Yeah.
Because that's
That's
actually
what you're actually going to go and do. Yeah,
That's
just
actually what
to
you're
do-
doing.
No.
You're actually
Some
going-
people
Yo,
actually-
Yeah,
you
people
know
are
that.
going home because they want to go home to see
No.
their parents. Yeah, like
Not
that's
yeah,
a traditional thing,
but-
right?
Not
People
everybody.
also
'Cause
using
like-
it as a way
As
of,
oppression.
I
I just
And
go
again,
back.
you know how Christmas is. It's always the time to party, spend, celebrate. So whether you're coming from abroad or whether you're in there in Nigeria, you most definitely have like a party planning to going on, or you probably have to go back to the village or something. Do you get? So most people know that Christmas is always a lot of money is going out. Do you get?
Okay.
And is a celebration vibe for it, right? So I feel like that's one way to look at it. Like people are just going back home to celebrate.
But then the sense of I just go back.
Yeah.
Does it actually exist? Okay, so like if you're going back now in December, do you actually go back with the mindset that okay,
I just go back.
they will know I just came?
Yeah,
Why?
for
Container
sure.
has landed.
Like, yo, like, you know what I've done in Canada? No, you don't know. And fine, we'll keep it like that. You don't have to know what I've done. That's good. But just know that the way I left Nigeria is not the way I'm going to be coming back. So I have to let you know that a lot of
Are
things
you
happen.
not putting pressure on yourself?
No. Now this one now is not on myself. If I'm not borrowing the money from the bank or borrowing from someone,
interesting.
this one is if I've worked hard and I'm like, yeah, like I need to actually go and show like my parents. At the same time, you want to like flash it like in front of your friends, but still you can go anywhere you want to go to. You can live large like because fam, I'm changing currency from. Our $1 here is like how much in Nigeria, like 4 something or 5 something,
5
right?
something, yeah.
So I'm like, it's cheap for me. Like I can get like small cash and then take it down there and then like I
become a
look
baller.
big. Exactly.
No, I know what you mean.
So I'm like,
for me,
I worked hard.
For me, it's different. I don't know. I went back to night for the first time in 8 years, last October, and it wasn't.
You mean last year?
Yeah, last year. So for me, it was more like I don't think that concept was in my like I knew like it was in the atmosphere,
But you knew you had arrived.
yeah, but again,
Okay.
I just showed up, did my stuff with my family, and I got out. Right, like I planned
Yeah.
my
So
trip.
so why? Is it
Why?
because you don't have guys?
No,
to
I had
party
guys. I actually had guys. So for me, I think my situation was a bit unique because I was born and raised in Delta, right? So I consider myself a worry boy, right?
No.
But I think when I moved to
Paco.
Canada, right? Exactly. So when I moved to Canada, my parents, they moved the family to Lagos, right? So I know my family was in Lagos. So I knew if I go tonight, I'm just going to go to Lagos. I'm not going to go to Delta and
Yeah.
start rolling everyone. But I also knew if I go to Delta, the money when I go spend, I'm like,
want- yeah.
I don't want no pressure on myself. Let me just go in, do myself with my family.
No, but who knows? You might have not. If you go to Delta and you go to Lagos, you spend more in Lagos though.
Oh, see, the moment you wake up in Lagos, 5K out of your account. See, they charge you just for
Oh
living.
my goodness.
Like money was just like coming out of my ears, everywhere. Right? But it was more. But I knew if I also went to Delta, I would be. Yeah, maybe I don't tell anyone. The fact is, the moment the first person knows, that
Every
Kelly's
episode,
back,
no, yeah.
trust me.
No, 100%.
There's gonna be a long queue,
100%.
right?
Definitely.
Like I actually told one of my guys actually. So I have this group with some friends in it, and then they were like, so some of us are outside Nigeria, some are in Nigeria. So you're asking, oh, who's coming back to Nigeria? I said, I'm not sure, you know.
Crickets.
I don't know. As in, no, but trust me, I actually miss these guys.
Yeah.
But then you're like, oh, who's coming back? I'm like, it's not this year at all.
At all.
We'll see each other
Say
another
it
time.
next year.
I just said, don't worry. When I show, bottles on me. You understand?
Of course.
and he bought and again, like he goes back to what I was saying because when you come back, everybody expects that you're coming back with money.
Obviously, they're expecting you to like come back with,
Or maybe
with,
they just
something.
maybe they just miss you.
No.
No, they
No,
don't.
they
don't.
miss you.
Of course, but they miss you, but you need to make your presence felt.
Exactly.
No, I think that it's also this ideology where it's like, okay, those outside are doing better than us. So you coming in like you're one step ahead of us, right? So you have to, you be a dogu, so you have to. And I felt that when the few friends I had around, it was the same thing where we went out where I lodged at Eco Atlantic, right? And we're doing stuff. I knew I was gonna be the one fitting the bill. I knew.
Pay for everything.
Like
They just sat there chilling, enjoy.
No, but it's stressful.
Eventually, it is
Doing that.
because you're putting pressure on yourself.
You
though,
can't ask
to
me
some
because
degree.
I've never done it before.
To some degree, you are.
No, but I'm not saying like you
so
go back
I feel
to
like
Nigeria now.
maybe you can do that thing once. Sponsor your guys out.
Yeah.
But if every night you're going out, you're the one sponsoring every night.
That's the pressure, right?
Just stay in your house.
That's the pressure. Yeah.
Because I think it's just normal. Oh, I've seen these people in a while. I want to take them out.
Yeah.
Treat on me, right? Obviously, the same thing if you were going to go and meet them in a long time.
Yeah,
I want to
they
treat
do
you
the
as
same
well,
thing,
right?
yeah.
But then, like even yourself, you
But
know
I
your
believe that-
limits.
I feel like
right?
if I'm just coming back, you should be the one to be treating me.
Oh, not in Nigel, my guy.
That's not the way it is.
Yeah,
my
maybe
guy.
your family, mom,
family,
dad,
yeah.
we will treat you like that.
They'll
But
just
once you
cook
go
soup.
outside,
That's what
I'm talking about okay. Oh, you just came back. Okay,
yeah, I'll take
there's
you.
this new no.
or maybe it depends on the sort of friends you have, right? I think also maybe
I said, oh yeah, take you.
maybe the sort of friends you have, because again, I think if like let's say your friends are like ballers, like high rollers,
Yeah.
I think so. But not all of us have high rolling friends, right? So
No,
it's the truth.
if any of my friends is saying this, if I come back, don't be expecting.
don't expect
don't be
Billing
expecting.
you.
No. But okay, like tell me, oh yeah, there's this new place here. Of course, like when we get there, bring out your wallet, bro. Like
Or
why
you
am I
guys-
changing
or you guys-
currency?
Or you guys can do card roulette.
Yeah, can't really.
Just
No,
test
no.
card
They will
roulette.
swear for
Spin the
you.
bottle.
They will swear for you.
No, but it depends. Number one, the probability for that is on one side. You understand? So he's one out of whatever it is.
Yeah.
The amount of people that are there, and to do all those runs.
And then
But
you
then-
pick my card and it's empty.
No, but you fall your hand. Though.
I know.
You fall your hand.
It is what it is, isn't it?
I just tell them, see, it's network
Network.
issue.
The comms are down. Sorry.
It's network
Right.
issue. You know, it's already night there, so they are doing maintenance.
Maintenance,
This-
exactly.
But then is there more pressure on guys that go back or the babes that go back?
It's the guys.
I think it's more the guys, actually. I want to say it's the guys because you as a guy now, as you enter Nigeria, the fact is you got to take your guys out. You got to take your girls out. It's just the truth, right? But as a girl, when you fall in, yeah, maybe you take your girls out. But sometimes there's a lot of guys out there that want to
that
actually
are-
take
yeah,
you out.
take
But
you
then
out.
would those
And
can those
see-
guys measure up? Honestly,
Yeah, they can.
Yes,
Oh,
because
I know.
so I
bro,
think
some.
I
They're
think
better
there'll
than
be
us.
like
The
there'll
ballers
be
in
like
country.
a pressure on them,
the pressure is going to be on the guys.
on the guys exactly to show
to
that
live up, right?
But
But
yeah,
there's
sure,
some
they
ballers,
can
bro.
actually.
Don't get me wrong, yeah. There's some ballers, but because like it boils down to what I tell people. It's just like maybe you're in a relationship in Nigeria, and then you move, as maybe like the girl moved here. I actually tell my guys,
Forget it. Forget it. Are you kidding me?
Are you serious? So you guys don't believe in long distance,
bro.
No, it's
Everyone
not
see-
about believing in long
The moment
distance.
that guy
It's about
Atlantic Ocean,
Hemisphere.
my brother, that relationship
is gone.
No, so
Honestly, I think it's both ways, though.
No,
Man, come on.
no.
Woman, go.
I actually think it is better for the guy.
But based on what I've seen,
but you know,
I've seen a lot of guys
it's
come in.
reverse. You know that, right? Because you don't trust Nigerian guys like that.
No,
Do you get
no,
my-
no.
So if
So
you're
this is what I
leaving,
mean.
if you're leaving her in Nigeria and you're going all the way to Canada, then it's
Listen,
still
yeah.
the same isolation.
This is what I
right?
mean. So if I have a girlfriend, I don't have a girlfriend in Nigeria. My girlfriend is here. Please. But I'm just saying, I'm giving an analogy. If I have a girlfriend in Nigeria and I leave her in Nigeria and move to Canada, I am somewhat on top of the ladder. And then she's like, okay, this guy will be sending XYZ.
Yeah.
You know, whatever. Of course, if the girl allow people to be chopping the chop, then that one is there. But then, like, at least you are still on top. At least maybe like in 3 months or even in 5 months, you can start sending something back, which is, but yo, listen, the girl comes.
Which Nigeria babe won't say you money?
No. Oga, forget it. You are playing with exchange rate.
That's a very difficult game to play.
No. You,
Oh
see,
my
you
goodness.
cannot measure.
You can't match up with the exchange
Ah,
rate.
no.
I-
You
Just
cannot measure.
Just I think for me, I don't believe in long distance, right?
It's-
But also,
it's-
I think if, especially Nige, your woman comes here and you're still there, or the reverse is the case, I think just forget it. If you're not planning to join them, forget it.
forget it.
Don't because it's just because now you can't sleep at night. You're thinking, okay, what is my guy doing? Or what's my woman? Just forget about it. And
No,
you know
no. So
Nigeria.
I think so. I think it varies. I think like those people that they're like strong, like 2 years strong, and they know that they want to get married. Maybe say the guy
Oscar.
moves in.
Oscar.
Obviously, it gets to be a year away.
Oscar,
do you know?
No, no, wait.
Even
Oscar,
4
Oscar,
years
do you know
strong,
Konji?
Wait.
I'm gone.
Oscar, do you know Konji?
Calm down.
Oscar.
The reason why I don't believe in, I don't want to do, or I'm not doing long distance relationships. I like proximity. You understand? Like I like
Physical
you saying
touch.
no. I like you saying let's go out for dinner or let's go to watch movies.
Okay.
At least I know that I can meet you, even if it's going to be an hour and a half
Yeah.
journey or something. Right? I know that at least I can. There's proximity, but when there's like so much miles away, to get like communication is another thing, right? So you have to always try and keep in touch. 6 hours time zone difference, like all those. And then you're probably busy with your daily 9 to 5.
Yeah,
And then you
that's
now
a
have to now
work.
start creating midnight time.
Time difference.
And then
Yeah,
you have
like,
to bring
it's
on that element people don't understand is after all you've done all of that now, and let's say now you've brought the woman here now, she's joined you maybe in a year or two. During the process of bringing her here, the amount of stress you're going through just to figure out the papers. That's one. Two, then they come. You're already two years ahead, right? So you already figure out the way the system works. But now you need to bring this person up to speed now.
Yep.
And someone like me, I don't have the patience. That's one. I do not have the patience. I'm sorry. And I've seen all of my guys that have done that. And I wish, you know,
But you see,
happy
love-
marriages,
see,
I've wished them good
Kelly,
luck. But I've seen the stress they've gone
Kelly,
through.
love conquers all. You have,
But love
you
is
have
not
to-
enough. You need to remember that.
True.
Love is not enough. But what is long distance? Like, what do you guys define long distance as? Is it an hour? Is it 6 hours? Like, what
Here
is
to
long
Nigeria
distance?
is
for
long
you?
distance.
Okay.
No, for me to Nigeria is this marathon. It's not. It's
So what's the
marathon
definition
distance.
of long distance? What's the definition of long distance?
1 hour.
1 hour.
Facts.
Okay. What's your definition?
Same here, 1 hour.
I mean, anything more than an hour. Can't
No,
be
what?
a-
One hour is
not-
fine. No, 1 hour is
No.
fine. 2 hours is
No,
fine.
no, but everyone is different.
It's fine.
Guy.
But like flights, anything that requires you to do flights.
You know you can take 1 hour flights.
Exactly, you know, but
technically, yeah, I think you
but,
can.
but like you have to pay a lot of money for making all those 1 hour flights.
No, no, of
Because like,
course.
it's a lot of expenses, right?
But like, I won't lie to you. I don't.
like driving an hour 2 is fine.
That's okay.
Driving.
Yeah, perfect.
3.
Wait,
Actually, I can
once
do
you
4.
drive-
wait till
Eh?
4. What am I going to?
So you're saying from
Yeah,
here to
that's
like
Ottawa now.
Windsor?
Oh, Ottawa.
no,
No,
that is
actually,
like
can you
no,
can you
Ottawa
date
is
a can
five.
you
Ottawa
date
is
a girl? Can you
Windsor.
date a girl? Can you
In fact,
date
but
someone in
Windsor is
Ottawa?
3.
Can you
No,
get
right
date
now?
somebody in
No.
Ottawa?
no.
That's long distance.
Yes,
long
that's
Windsor, I
long
won't date.
distance. Windsor, I won't
Ottawa, I
date.
would not.
Windsor, I don't know how
Toronto,
to get
I'll
there.
From here to
manage.
Toronto,
Toronto,
from
we
here to
not.
London.
No. Because of the
You want-
because of the complexity of Toronto.
What complexity are you
I
talking
will
about?
not.
You
I
not
will
do
not. No,
Toronto.
never.
Oh god.
No.
No, see, you see,
Right.
you see, listen. Let me tell you, there's levels. Yeah, it's just comparing Nigeria to Canada is like comparing Waterloo to Toronto. My guy, in as much as all they say, oh, you're all in the same. It's just like comparing, oh, your baby is in Lagos and then
Yeah.
you're in Ibadan.
Oh my god. Forget about it, bro.
It's still gone. It's still gone.
No, but
It's still
okay,
gone.
but actually, I think I used to have the same mentality, like, oh, we're living here in Kitchener Waterloo.
No,
the
no,
babes
no.
in Toronto.
No. Don't get me wrong. Oh. I'm not like. Trust me. I actually love Waterloo. Like,
Oh, no,
like,
I love
I'm
it
not,
here.
I'm not. How do I put it? Of course, like I love city life,
Yeah.
which is what Toronto is. But I'm not. I will never shit on Waterloo or anything. Nah.
No, I agreed. So I think for me, I like the peace and quiet I get around here,
Yeah,
right?
100%, man.
And I go to Toronto so often that even the folks in Toronto think I live in Toronto now,
Are
right?
you
So
serious?
sometimes I tell them, oh, I live uptown Toronto, right? And so they call me uptown Kelly, right? But there was a time I would say, maybe like 2015, 2014. There's a time when Toronto, like, just thinking about Toronto, like, nah, I'm never going to do it. But what I realized is when I started going there more frequent and just like interacting with the people, for me, I think Toronto just became just
Normal.
I became
City,
normal. Right?
yeah.
So now I
Yeah.
go there, I just interact with them. But I actually get it. But also, I think in Toronto, the dating pool in Toronto, someone definitely peed in that pool.
Yeah,
it's so
they
bad.
beat in it and
It's so bad, apparently.
I'm like,
How come you guys have all this experience? Huh?
oh my god,
What do you mean?
I'm not here.
These guys,
they
cross
peed
country.
in it and they shot
People that
it.
have car, don't get into. See, they can all wake up now and start driving there.
Bro, that pool.
Yo.
So the Toronto men, yeah, terrible. That's what they
Yeah,
say.
I've heard of that thing.
But
before,
guess
so-
what?
so.
The women are as
hold on.
terrible as the men.
Toronto
Let's be
Nigerian
honest.
men.
Yeah, I think
Or
it's all of them.
Toronto
But
men.
Toronto Nigerian men,
Because Toronto is actually very, very multicultural
yeah.
and diverse. Like you actually see somebody from like a different realm of life behaving in some type of way, and they are like, this thing is foreign to you. Yeah.
Yeah.
This is not the way your people behave normally. But like they're just different people. Different people. And then I went to Toronto, yeah. Well, I think it was sometime in September. So I just went to chill with my babe and all. And then there was some move. I can't mention the movement. There was just one movement. So I think those guys, they did convention. You know, like when all these Salvation Army people, they all these convention. They did convention. I'm like, what's going on in this place now? So you guys decided to assemble here today. I just see some weird combination. I'm like, oh man. These people have already exhausted the alphabet already.
you will see it all in Toronto.
You see it all.
You will see it all in
Fact.
Toronto. Yeah.
Like
Yeah.
that city it's a good city for like for people that want to
Mix.
mix, and then they like the whole aspect of like the
Bustle,
Fast
the
life.
hustle, the fast
Yeah.
life, the energy, and the noise. If you like the noise, good for you. But for me, it's just more of like a city of fun. Like if I just want to have fun, I'm driving.
Nah,
around.
I can't.
That's all.
Toronto is not a fun location for me.
Really?
No, it is.
Where did you grow up?
Me, I grew up in Nigeria.
No, where? Where name?
So I grew up in Ibadan.
Okay.
But then like like from my 20s, I started living in Lagos. So I started like working and doing all of those things in Lagos.
So Ibadan is definitely quieter than Lagos, right?
Yeah.
I realize there's a lot of people
Ibadan is like
that actually grew up
Waterloo.
in Lagos. Like they thrive in Toronto because it's like
Oh yeah, they
yeah,
love
yeah,
the regular,
yeah,
right?
it's the same thing.
So for me, I grew up in Delta. It's quiet,
Quiet.
right? So I like to come back to my, I live in Cambridge, peace and quiet, right? But then I'll go to Toronto, I'll make noise when I'm done. I run back, right? And for me, it's better. What I realize is when I go there and I'm like interacting with, let's say the ladies up there, what I realize is when they talk about the dating pool, the way they describe it, it's so bad because it's a small Nigerian community, right? Wait, there's a lot of us, but it's a small community. So it's
Yeah.
like,
Wait, the community.
once you date this person, it's like,
the Nigerian
there's always a
community in
link.
Toronto is small.
No. Like,
When I mean
like,
small, it's
No,
more
like,
like
as like the pool of Nigerians in Canada is small.
yeah. So in Toronto,
general,
it's like
yeah.
there's always a link to someone else.
yeah, there's always
So the
like
dating
this
pool-
No,
person-
but then
this person-
it's the same thing. Like
Here.
even here,
Yeah,
Do you get what I'm
like,
saying? It's the same
like,
thing here.
we know each other somehow.
Somehow there's a link.
There's a
right?
link.
There's somebody that so there's somebody that knows you that I don't know. But then if I want to trace Oscar,
You
trust
can easily
me,
trace them. You can easily trace.
it's easy. I just need to drop a picture in one group chat, then they will tell me your house
Don't
number.
And that's it, right?
No. But that's how. But that's how we are linked.
So that's
though.
how bad it is.
Yeah.
And you know, city life, right? You're dating this girl, you're dating this guy. 6 months later, you check again. Oh no, I've left. So it's like it's the same people, right? So they just keep right.
Just-
It's
just
not
keep
their fault,
rotating it,
right?
yeah.
So what I realized, actually, a lot of Toronto girls, and I've told my friends, lady friends, if you're looking for a guy, some of them have been there a couple of years, no guy, because it's the same thing where it's all like the same. But when you just look outside, look half an hour outside or an hour outside, look to Mississauga or Waterloo,
But you know what?
Another community.
and
Oh,
it
yeah,
works
yeah.
beautifully for them.
Well, but then like because of the way chicks think, because of the way babes think, yeah. I don't know. No, like when they're now looking outside,
Yeah.
or yeah, it's just like maybe like a girl in Canada. You say, oh, all the Nigerian men here are bad. Then you start looking into Nigeria. That's it. That's
But it's
the shit.
happening though. It is
I know
happening
it's
right now.
see. I've actually heard some stories
Oh, it's happening right now. I've seen it.
that
Yeah.
en masse chicks babes are going back home.
Oh yeah, they are importing husbands.
Kelly, where did you hear that from?
No,
I know
100%.
that myself, right?
I've actually no.
Yeah, importing
I've
husbands.
actually
right?
I've actually heard this. So it means that you guys are bad.
Is it one back?
No, I think I recently saw in Nigeria only dating app.
Yeah,
I've heard
think
about
I've
it,
seen
but I don't
some-
think I've seen it.
Yeah.
But I think I've heard about it.
I think
That one too
something
we
like
cast.
No, it just more or less like I think maybe close to like connecting people from here back home as well.
Oh, really?
Yeah,
Oh.
Maybe to
no,
talk to
that's
them
actually the
and
purpose of that.
have-
Okay,
Oh,
so
interesting.
okay, so that one may actually work.
No, but hold on. Are we really bad?
I just think we're small. Because
yeah,
like in Nigeria,
people are not
right,
enough.
every day you step out, the probability of you meeting your future wife or husband is there.
Yeah.
Where?
every day.
Where?
Bosso,
In Nigeria?
cow,
No, I think
cab,
Lagos,
or-
for
no,
example.
no, 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 no.
It depends
No,
on
I think it's
education.
far away from you.
No. Look
Like,
at Lagos.
the more you go
Lagos,
out,
like,
Lagos
the
has
further
20
it
million
is.
people.
No. Lagos has so
Yeah.
many people that you
Yeah,
be
I
like,
know.
I don't know you. Where have you been? And you guys
Yeah.
sat down and talking like your last 6 months has
Where have
actually
you been? After
Okay,
3 months,
eh,
I wish I never met you.
Yeah.
Do you get what
Exactly.
I'm like? Do
Like-
you get? So I'm trying to say like there are just so many options.
Okay.
So
After
many
after you now after
To
you
be fair,
start
like,
one
you can start
person.
doing younger.
No,
You
no, no, no.
understand? No, it's the obvious fact.
Wait,
Like, the
wait,
way you
wait.
can start doing younger. So I don't feel like people back home are pressured in a way to find someone or be with somebody. Like if they don't meet somebody that fits them, because they know that eventually they would find someone.
someone
Someone
there,
is going to
yeah.
cross their
There's
path,
enough.
right? There's a lot of people.
Eh, but look at it
But I
from
feel like the
this
problem now
perspective.
is here is like the different way everybody is linked up like chain.
Yeah.
We have probably heard everybody's story like chain, and most people are like,
You don't, you don't know.
there's
You don't date
Yeah,
down
yeah,
now.
yeah. Yes,
You don't
yes,
enter around.
So
He has been here,
before
has
you
been
even
there.
meet a person, you must have heard the storyline a long time ago. Do you get? So I feel like that causes a lot of problems.
But then, honestly,
Are we that
is
bad?
it bad for us to step outside?
Like outside our community?
Yeah.
No, it's not. I've
To
done
other,
it.
to other African.
No. I think we should actually. I encourage it, and let
Why?
me tell you why. So
Is your girlfriend Nigerian?
she's Nigerian, yeah. But I've dated outside my culture. Actually, my longest relation in Canada was actually outside. I was dating an Indonesian.
where was she from?
Yeah, Indonesia.
Oh.
Yeah.
Nice.
So, but let me explain
See?
why.
Just
right?
have don't say, oh, don't have like
This is
I've
why.
been there, I've been there.
No, I've never been there. I've never been there. No. You. Funny fact, right? You find that part of the Asian culture, especially in Indonesia, is very close to the African culture. You'll be so shocked,
Are
right?
you serious?
Just the way they take, like the family and the way they build a family and stuff. It's very close, right? We definitely have similarity, like differences, but lots of similarities. But I think why we should actually go out. And I know one thing with us Nigerian guys, we don't shy away. Like if you go to Toronto, we don't shy away from dating outside. We do it. It's regular, right? Whether you want to go to a regular Canadian chick or like, from Korea or whatnot, do it. Or Kenya or whatnot. I think do it because I think in our community, there's a lot of good stuff we do, but there's also a lot of bad stuff. I feel if you go outside as a Nigerian man, there's a lot you could learn to better yourself as a man that you could eventually bring back to the community. And for me,
100%.
I think that's what I'm
100%.
doing now. But I know our women are struggling to do that, to sort of step
No, it's gonna
out.
no, it's gonna be tough for
It's
them.
tough for them. They don't.
It's tough.
Our Nigerian women, they want to. The Nigerian man.
No, but I also believe like it's the same with like black women wanting to like date.
Stick
like,
with the black
It's
men,
so
yeah.
like it's so much easier for black men to like
to
step,
step
outside.
out. But
actually,
we should.
like,
I think if you have the opportunity, do it. For me, growing up, I just did not let like culture or like color limit me. So I just go out and that was it, right? I had my time and I learned a lot, even though it didn't end up the way I wanted it. I learned a lot, and I think in my current relationship, as I move forward, it's I could apply those. So I think you
100%.
should step out. Yeah, there's a lot to learn.
Yeah. Oscar, I think you should.
I should step on.
They say step out to don't come out from the closet. Step out.
stay in the closet too. Stay in the closet too.
Can you kill me?
No, but so like we go into this, talking about like the long distance thing and why it cannot necessarily work, and big
So why cannot? Or because people
Why
make
can't?
people make it work though.
no.
No,
Some
make it
people
work.
do actually. I've seen
See,
it.
yeah.
No,
so, see,
I know a couple of guys have gotten married. because
Count me
of that.
out,
Like,
Shao.
so the thing is,
Guys, they count me.
there's this kind of saying where once you find your missing rib.
no, but there's no, but
yeah.
but there's nothing like so.
So some people literally
but you know there's
once
some-
they find
you know there's
one
nothing
of
like
one of
soulmate.
so one of my guys that got married at 25, 25, 26. I think he got married at 25. I'm like, this guy is 25. Gets married at 25. Just no, he's settled. He's a big boy, chilling. Like I called him. I had like this honest, sincere conversation with him. Like, okay, the person you're getting married to is still all the way in Nigeria, right? I'm like, are you trying to tell me that since, because he moved to the UK, I was like, are you trying to say that since you've been to the UK, you haven't found anyone?
No, that
Do you get my
UK
point?
dating pool is
So I was
It's
like,
something else.
see.
I was
you
like,
said,
like he
wait,
said,
hold on, wait.
yeah.
You said Toronto they peed in it. That was the true chemical.
No, but UK is na Lagos. Forget about
UK
it.
is
So
backyard.
I was like, this is what he said completely. Like when he met the girl, right? Currently, he liked her and everything. He was really intentional about like dating this person, but she was not ready. She wasn't. She didn't want to do that, right? Which is fine. He waited, but even in that wait, he met other people,
As he
spoke
should,
with them,
yeah.
Interacted with them. But like this one,
He knew.
checked all the boxes for it, so he was ready to wait.
Mm-hmm.
Even
But
with the
why was he
travel-
waiting?
No, he was waiting for her.
No, for her, right? She wasn't
Why?
ready.
As in, like,
So he married at 25.
Why
They
was she
probably
not
met when he was probably like 23. And she was probably like 19, 20. Do you get what I'm
so
saying?
he was even waiting for her to become.
No, she
she
had
needed to
a
be
reason.
ready.
She has a reason for waiting. Do you get my point?
Man, when guys tell me that they wait,
And again, she had a reason for waiting. And again, the guy is young and the baby's younger, right?
No,
so
no, you should wait, right?
he
For
waited.
what?
He waited.
When you're ready, right?
no, like when guys tell me that, oh, she said she was not ready, and then I waited.
Okay, think about it. So you as a man, right?
Yeah.
The time you decide, okay, I'm ready to get married, right? So let's say you decide this year. Why didn't you do it last year? Because you had something that made you wait.
100%. But then I'm saying that you can't. You're putting your life on pause.
For her, yeah.
So no,
For
I'm trying.
situations-
This is what I'm
for
trying to tell you.
situations that
I'm trying to tell you
you
that
can't
even
even
while
guarantee.
he was waiting, he
dating.
still went out to see other people.
Yeah, as you should.
But like in the midst of it
No,
all,
100%.
Do you
Then
get
I-
my point?
then I
Like,
respect that
this
part.
was
Yeah.
this was like the one. So even when he traveled long distance, prayed about it, was patient. This is so people.
While he was doing what he was praying.
No. No, trust me again. Is there into that, right? So
No.
like he patiently waited and he got what he wanted, right? And I was like, damn, that's really inspiring.
That's
right?
good,
Like this is what you want. And I know the other people like that. Do you get?
yeah,
Like,
like
and then
this,
they're
yeah.
ready to go through all those distance, they're ready to wait. But not all of us.
they're better humans
Do
than
you
me.
get my like?
but-
I'm not saying it
So I have
applies
this
to all of
question:
us, right?
Is there anything wrong in a guy here going back to Nigeria to look for a wife or a babe? A guy outside.
All right, I don't think it's anything wrong. Like some
There's
from
nothing
here going back
wrong.
home.
I'm not a fan of it, but there's nothing wrong with it.
How about you?
Yeah, I think depends on his intentions, I guess. If he plans on that's what I want they don't want city girl. They don't want,
Or they just want control.
exactly. Or they just
So
want
again, it
control.
depends on
So
the
it depends
person,
on
right?
the
No,
person
I
itself.
would say culture.
No,
I say
no.
that's one
No,
of
no,
the
no.
big reasons
They're
why
very
people
there's a lot of culture girls here. as
Yeah,
well.
exactly.
Yeah, no. So
So
people really
Well,
want that cultural.
Not really.
exactly what I said.
thing.
Like
Would you say you're
Right.
not cultured? You came from that same country, right?
Yeah,
No, no, no,
exactly.
but-
no. So no, my history, my country has defined a good amount of who I am, right, and things that I value, right.
Yeah.
Basically, so there's certain things that obviously I'm like, this guy's doing in Nigeria, and I don't want it.
Okay.
To be fair, like I've looked at it and I'm like, these are the spectrums I don't want. There's certain things I'm really conscious about changing, right? Because I feel like this is a better approach, right?
Right.
But there are certain things I'm like, no, this
Maintain,
is
yeah, this is status
this
quo,
is
yeah.
status quo for it, right? So everybody has those ideologies and everybody has those things that they have to change about themselves. So, but someone living here and going back to Nigeria, the only advice I'll give is that you should try and get to know the person. Because proximity is another thing. Because you might go there, see the person 1 month, 2 months, come here, start like a 6 months relationship, long distance, and 6 months get married. You might not have a full context of the person might not have a full context of you, and you might not have a full context of who you're trying to get married to, because there's this distance and you guys are
No,
not
but
really
then, like,
settled in.
I think we've had this
Yeah.
conversation before. People think they need to wait. Don't get me wrong, trust me. I will take my time. I take my time. You can't rush me. See, if you want to rush me, be going. Don't worry. I will see you in front. But we've actually had like an episode,
Yeah.
about this where we spoke about, like, because you're saying 6 months.
I'm just giving,
I
like,
honestly
like a-
believe
like a
that 6
time.
months is actually like
I'm just giving like a random
it's a good amount of
yeah.
time to actually get to know
To know someone.
someone's space.
In the
Some
same
people can hide
space,
a
though.
lot.
in the same space.
In the same space.
Yeah, you
Not
don't have to
apart.
take it apart. Like when
It's harder then,
we
right?
are in like 30 minutes apart from each other, or 15, 20 minutes drive
Yeah.
to get. But like 6 months internationally, I mean, I don't know.
It's hard,
even
right? Yeah.
even
Like-
even even like in the same space of like 30 minutes 1 hour drive, you still don't know.
You might
the person
not. You
very
might
well.
not.
You never
entirely
know
the
anyone
person.
fully. It's the truth.
True.
Fully.
Until you begin to live with them.
To begin to live with them.
Yeah.
That's one. Two.
Yeah.
There's this married friend of mine. He told me one thing and was like, people say you actually don't know your wife until you get married. Like you don't know the person
Know
you're
your
living
person,
with. Like
yeah.
even if you've lived with them for like 2-3 months, 4 months, you still don't know them until you are married. And I was like, but you've lived with this person for
No,
we're
but
like, yeah, but you
I think
still
I
don't know
understand where the
them.
guy is coming from. You know.
Well,
No.
I don't think
I
you
get
ever
his
fully
point
know
of view.
someone. No.
exactly.
So
I
the
don't
thing
think
is
you
this,
fully know
yeah.
someone.
The thing is this, especially for babes. Men have control. Men control access to relationship and marriage.
True.
Babes control access to sex and childbirth. Everybody has what they control. Now, in this day and age, back then you have to wait till marriage
Yeah.
before you start.
Kids and all that.
Right now, even before you start dating,
Yeah, you guys-
chopping
you
from
guys
you,
use
chop
streets.
off. But then, like, what I'm trying to say is, because for most people, and actually, like for most babes, they actually want to all those titles. Oh, girlfriend. Oh, fiancé. Oh, wife. I don't know I don't know the title that pass wife. You understand? So once they've gotten that wife title, okay,
Nah, I've
A
landed.
bit more
you
relaxed.
now see the true color. You understand? Maybe the person doesn't always watch splits before.
Nice.
The next day like this,
You're already in it.
John, go and wash your plate. no,
There's no going back.
But I'm seriously, because like it's same thing with life too. Sometimes when we achieve some things, we just relax.
Yeah.
Because we feel like, okay, there's no higher point. You know, like there's no like, okay, it's like you have to say, okay, what can happen? Oh, he will divorce me. No, I'm not doing. Then you begin to see people's actual people. Yeah, you know. So you do this.
Can I comment on that? I think in general though, I think I see what you're saying, but I will also say it's both ways. Because I feel based on my own
100%.
observation, I
100%.
feel people
It's
get
both ways. Yeah.
I think if you get once you get married, I think there should be a bit of a relaxation that comes with it, like comfort that okay, this is my person. Like if they go out there, they're doing stuff right by me and them.
Yeah.
But I think once you get married, you shouldn't stop dating your partner because people get lazy.
100%,
It's the truth.
100%.
People just get
Ah,
lazy. I mean,
God.
personally, the kind of person I am, when I walk in the street, I don't want to say I judge, but I just observe. I'm like, okay, I saw when you guys got married. I saw how things were then, how things are now. Like what happened, right? And then when you hear them talk individually, they talk about
And
this
then you
pain
know,
and stuff. I'm like, okay, I think you
They
guys did
actually
something
now
wrong.
age.
But,
The age.
no, but aging is take off yourself. That's all I'm saying. yeah.
No. Like, as in, like, so the thing is this year, and I actually know this because, like, over the last 1 year, like, trust me, like, I've been shown some amount of love that I've never been shown before from someone, and then you notice that if you actually have your person, and two of you are always giggling, you know, making jokes, and two of you can stay in the same space for like the entire day, and you're cracking jokes, and there's no dead moment. Trust me, your life will be cruising. But when it's argument 247,
Forget about
we're
it.
in here,
Oh,
going that way, this one. Trust me, like all those things wear you, like you know,
Take
like they
you
wear
down,
you
yeah.
down, like your mind at work, you're not even concentrating because you're going to be thinking of.
And that's why when
I
you
get
said your
home-
guy said when he found this lady, he knew and he needed to wait, right?
Yeah.
The truth is, and you said things like soulmate doesn't exist. In the sense, the way people say it, it doesn't. However, I think you make your soulmate, right? I think you link up with the person. It's okay. We've decided this is what we're doing, right? People say, "Oh, love is a feeling." I think to some degree, yeah, but I also think love is it's a choice. Like I wake up every morning, even though I just want to hit his head with frying pan, I'm still gonna do right by him,
Right by
right?
him.
That's what love is, right? So I think once you find your person, right? Because now sometimes you have the love part of the relationship, but getting married is not just love. Because at some point, those days when like you talk, fight. After you don't fight, you need to be able to like your person as well, right?
Yeah.
So okay,
Exactly.
I could argue and fight with you and resolve the issue, but I should also like you as a person, right? So I think those are elements missing. Sometimes we live in this fantasy, oh, I love them, I love him, I love her. I think sometimes love is just not enough. I think there needs to be something else, right? Like, And maybe that's what your guy saw is like, okay, you know what? I like this person, but I think she would bring me this. She will bring me peace. She
Yeah,
seems like someone that will hustle with
I
me
don't-
to
I-
create that
yeah.
empire, right?
I don't think people think to that extent.
Oh no.
Especially
People
when
don't.
especially
In this
when
day and
choosing-
age, no.
See, yeah. There are just some things I've seen and heard. I'm like, why? Like, I don't want to attach it to age.
Yeah.
But at some point, the reason why you like someone should actually be beyond sex. Yes, of course, like the sex might be fire, like it might be insane. But if that is the only reason why you find yourself like in their midst and all, like it's good, like it's nice. But then like there has to be more.
Yeah,
And I feel that is where people don't tap into. Like it has to be more. Like you should always like somebody yearn to be by this person's side, you know, or yearn, okay, that person should be by your side. And then when they're not by your side, like you should actually like miss them and be like, okay, fuck, okay. I actually miss you today though.
They bring
you
all
know,
that
yeah.
stuff, yeah.
And then it's like, like you mentioned, like peace, and then actually, and again, like I think most people don't realize this, especially babes. There's this, trust me, there's this power babes have, this spiritual protection that they actually have. Trust me, man. Trust me, bro. When you, as in trust, and like you just need to tap into it, and then trust me, like they'll tell you, don't go out today. Just relax. Trust me.
I need you not go out.
Trust me. Of course, you're not saying all the time like you don't lie down with them now. They're not telling you to lie down with them now. But you, they can actually like babes actually have this intuition. It's like it's just in them, you know, like that protective nature and all. It's just there. It's just there. So Oscar, would you do? You said you not do long distance now.
Yeah, I would not prefer to do a long distance relationship.
And 1 hour, 2 hours is not long distance to you.
No.
Yeah, he said 2 hours is okay. Yeah.
Amazing.
That's good. You're a better human than me.
Exactly.
Anything more than an hour,
Exactly. Respect.
let's
to
not
you.
even start it in the first place.
I
right?
swear, man.
Simple, right?
But
So-
I think Ottawa, I'm still like, is that a long distance relationship?
Yo!
Your tower is 5 hours, bro.
Guy,
okay,
to
from here
drive,
it's 5
like,
hours.
For me, it's 5
From my
hours.
house in Cambridge, 4 hours. No,
to
that's too
drive, yo.
long. That's too long.
No,
Bro.
I'm not talk of now entering bus or train.
See, Cowboy, was it
That's
Cowboy?
the entire day
You
now.
know you work remotely as well, right?
Yeah, you can go up there and stay like 2 weeks and then come back.
2 weeks. Oscar, I'll spend like 3 days and come back.
And then, bro, come on.
No, but you actually like honorable shout out to everybody that does long distance.
Yeah, no fault to them, right? If it
It's
works
not
for you,
easy.
it works for you, right?
It's not easy,
Facts.
trust me.
Amazing.
But me, I
love-
like physical touch.
I love quality time in
Yo,
person.
I've
Quality time.
I've been on both ends of long distance,
Yeah.
and then
And short distance.
I'm like my first ever short distance.
Yeah.
I love it. Like
And you never exchange it for
yo,
anything.
I'm not exchanging for anything. Long distance is bad. It's very bad. for me,
But actually,
sha.
some people, because again, you say you love a physical touch. Some people, they're not really into the, really touchy like that, right? So
No,
they're
but
able to
That's
to
why like it goes
work-
back to what you're saying, like having to find your person.
find your person, right?
I think it's insane. If you like physical touch,
and you did.
Yeah, I do
you're
love
not
that.
dating someone
You're
else.
wasting your time. You're wasting your time. That's rubbish.
It will end
No,
in
that's
tears.
partial contact.
Yeah. That's just rubbish. I think you're wasting your time.
You just said that.
If physical touch is your first
Oh
love
my
language,
God.
you're wasting your time.
Oh my, and I think people don't look out for that. They're like, hey, we'll manage. Bro, how you going to manage this? Or like maybe like your love language is, gifts and all. And I don't think people make that, like whether they communicate that, Like if you love spending quality time with someone,
I think you should
let them know.
Yeah, I think you should communicate that.
Let them know. Like you guys should make out time. Just sit down. You could be like you guys can cook together or watch movie. If it is physical touch, of course, we know where people are going to be. Obviously,
No,
But-
see.
no. But I know that physical touch is not just all about that.
Yeah, physical
I know it's not just
touch,
going to be all about that. And then if-
Physical touch.
Yes. They don't say go bedroom.
No, not that way. And if it is out of service, yeah. So like, but people don't say those things.
But I think one reason why relationships don't really do well in modern times, I think two reasons. I think one, obviously, social media has
I destroyed everything.
destroyed everything. But also, I think, okay, like in all your fields you're in, right? Real estate, engineering, whatever. You went to school
I want to
to
do
do
so.
it, right? You sometimes you read books or read stuff that concern that, and that's how you get better, right?
Yeah.
But in general, I think if you walk into the street and you just look at people and ask, how many relationship books have you read or marriage books? I can tell you there's a huge percentage of population.
People are just
Like
do this thing. People
But how
are not rough
else
it
are you
now.
going to learn?
To learn.
Well, so the thing is this year.
No, I agree.
Things
Yeah.
like that.
Experience, yeah.
No, don't get me wrong.
But- yeah,
Experience
but-
is good.
But I'm also
like,
getting
some
experience.
experience are
engineering.
costly.
Yeah,
But I'm
exactly.
also reading
Reading
to
about
add
it.
Some experiences
okay,
are
maybe not
costly,
even
bro.
read now, but do you even maybe see a counselor? Do you go to these conferences for couple? They don't do
Yeah,
that,
those-
right?
yeah.
So just like no, we just enter. Make we
But no,
and every time we enter, we come out
like,
again.
See,
So it's
sometimes people start relationship. Like I'm just saying, like not with the standard here, but people start relationship like from 18,
Yeah.
and then I don't know. At 18, I'm not thinking about conference.
Agree. Yeah.
At 18, I just want the girl to tell me that she loves me every night before I go to bed.
Yeah.
And then, I'm in a relationship. And then on there, you now start to say, okay, there's more. There's dates. There's this. There's that. There are different facets. And then, so like it doesn't, you guys go to university, it does not work. You find another person, you repeat the cycle
Same
again.
thing. Yeah.
So I don't think people put enough effort because it's not something that we're conversant with. Like, I mean, like putting that effort into trying to make it work.
No, we don't do it these days. No.
Like I was talking to Oscar maybe like 3 weeks ago or so. So we're just talking and all like I had some issues with my babe and all. So trust me. At this point I was like, fuck it, man.
That was it.
I'm gone.
I'm off the boat. And then like later I was looking at it, I'm like, okay, which one is easier? Off the boat, I'm gone. Move on to the next. Or looking at the situation and being like, okay, maybe I've been a bad boy. Should have done better.
Yeah.
Then trying to work it out with the person. Trust me, moving on is easy. It's easy. Just go find another person. Just carry all the baggage. Just point there. Just point there. Because when you are like when you now see if you decide to sit down and actually look inside and you're like, Omar, you did this problem. That one is difficult. Like it's actually difficult because now you are now, and again, if the other person is now somebody that can break down your sins, give you alignment 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and then the worst thing is that it should be the kind of people that will go back. You see, you don't want to say you now go out to one again.
Yeah. Women.
Trust me,
Yeah.
yo, that's who they are, man.
That's what they do.
No, you just. But we've done one now. But you don't know how it hurts me.
Yeah.
And then you go back. So like, it goes back to this, effort thing you're talking about. Like, putting in the effort, reading books, watching videos, watching conferences, listening to people talk. And again, like, for me, no two relationships are the same.
No. Never.
And another truth is this, it is work.
Yeah, I think there's a
Listen, it is work. I honestly do think that most times, the reason people don't stay or spend so much time in relationships is because sometimes we're like, nah, I'm not cut out for the work this is going to take. Because effort, money, time, commitment, tolerance.
Oh.
Exactly.
Everybody's not going to be like you, man.
Yeah.
Trust me. Yo, that shit was tough for me. Just tolerate. Oh.
Well, you have to at some point, right?
Listen, the moment I wake up and make my bed, I know what I had to do. No, but don't get me wrong, go. Now, she actually makes the bed. You understand? But yo, she will just get up like this. I mean, maybe I'm walking. you're not gonna see. Maybe you're in stand up, and then she just got up, and then you just leave the bed like that, and then you're in stand up. You just say, "Joe, what you do today?" The other person she just stand up and then she just go and just like, and then you're looking at the bed unmade, But then like tolerance, and then that ability to actually teach and say, "Oh,
And learn, yeah.
this is how this thing is."
Yeah,
Let's do that.
I just always say people should always learn from whatever experience. Like, okay, what happened between you and this person, and then the question I ask is, what did you learn from that relationship?
People don't ask themselves that question.
People don't talk in general. Couples don't talk in general.
Exactly, but like, so back when I was still in my advisor, stages. Oh my god, I used to advise people gone.
What do you mean by
girls?
advice?
Girls would come to me. Oh, this is what happened with my boyfriend. And I don't know. I was
You just give them,
So you mean back when you were in the
shoulders to cry about.
So hold
Say
on.
advice,
No.
you mean
I know
back in the streets.
I know it's to offer, my shoulder to cry on, but I just always,
You
get
usually
them,
offer that thing to
No.
cry.
But like, I just always ask them, okay, this has happened, fine. Yes, has happened, because me, I'm always like, I would rather just tell you the truth directly and just get off it. So it's like, what exactly did you learn from this? And then it's more of whatever you've learned, try and see how you can change that. If it was from your end, try and see how you can change that with the next person.
Yeah.
And then if you think it's not from your end, try and be watchful of such situations with that other person and try to learn from it. Like with me, I learned from my past relationships, and then I kind of made changes because it's like, oh, this is how women behave. This is how women love to be treated. And then I kind of took everything and then tried, because you can't really make a relationship like, there'll be arguments, there'll be fights,
100%.
but you have to have that emotional maturity to be able to know how to solve things. And then what Kelly said was like, I'm reading a book. I read the book one day. It was literally not about relationship. It was about like a business, how to make friends and influence people. And this guy talked about like relationship and what he does to like always appreciate his wife. And I tried that for 1 week. Dude, my girlfriend was always happy.
Are you serious?
Always happy.
Yeah.
It's like always tell her thank you. Like before you go to bed, like tell her,
before you don't really say
I
thank you.
appreciate you. No, like I didn't used to say it that often, but like
But you don't know the point of duty to.
no, like I like any small thing to me is like, oh, please help me and get this, and I'll tell you thank you after. That's fine. But now intentionally saying thank you for like after every like the whole day is done, like thank you for this, thank you, and be specific about what you're like thankful for.
So being intentional. Okay.
She really liked it, and then it's like
But you only did it for 1 week.
no, I can't. No,
He's just
like
he experimented
like,
with it.
yeah,
I
yeah,
experimented
yeah.
yes now.
Oh, okay.
Yes, like any
No, because he's like the way you sounded
Yeah.
that after 1 week, I just dropped it.
yesterday now she made gizdodo for me, like specifically for me.
I'm
And then I was
confused.
like,
do you live with other people that they are saying space?
no,
I'm going by your house.
No, there's one other
Like,
person
Oh, yeah,
in
yeah,
my
I
house.
know.
So
I know.
the one other
she put a label. Solomon's Gizdo.
No. Maybe before you eat from tray.
So it was more like, thank you for making this food. I really appreciate it. Like I see the effort you put into it. Thank you very much. And it literally makes the woman happy.
No. I think gratitude in general lifts people up.
Yeah.
You know, like, so we're trying to get this deployment out for work, and then we're like, I needed this QA guy to just do this test quick. I beg. So, of course, like we're still doing the test and all. So I reached out to him on Friday, over Microsoft Teams. Oh, please help me. And I just said thanks. So Friday, like we had like company dinner and all. So honestly, like I actually got to thank him and say, yo, thanks for XYZ, thanks for doing this. And trust me, man, I could see it in his eyes, his world was actually like lit up. And I don't think people do that enough.
Yeah.
And I'm trust me, I'm at fault. Especially when you're dropping from the bus and you don't say thank you to the driver.
Thank you, driver. Oh, those guys, they will mark your face. Those
Next time
guys mark your face.
you see him running for the bus,
Yeah,
driving
you
off.
just drive off. Those guys, they used to mark people's faces.
Then Oscar.
Start saying thank you,
serious?
right?
Yeah, those guys know.
Yeah.
Actually, do take it personal.
Like my dad would say thank you is application for more, right?
yeah.
Yeah, it's, I think
people,
gratitude is actually.
it's good.
I see that gets the world going.
It goes a long way.
Yeah.
definitely.
Yeah.
Thank you for XYZ. Thank you for doing this. Thank you.
So
for
yeah,
doing that.
in general, I think like we actually do need to read books on relationship, and I will try my best to.
Yeah, but
to
see
start,
the way
so.
you've picked up a book now doesn't really relate to a relationship, but the author has spoken about relationship and you've learned something. So for me, that's why I'm always big on reading. Whatever, because there's a lot of stuff I've read. Yeah, relationships, not non-relationship related, but there's a lot of stuff you get where you could apply to your professional life, but also
Exactly.
your personal life,
Your
right?
personal
So,
life.
so for me, I'm always big on reading. So that's why for me, when babes tell me one of the biggest aches for me as a guy is, let's say I'm getting to know a lady, and I'm like, okay, what are your hobbies? What do you do? What do you like? And then babe, they tell me I don't like reading. The moment you tell me that, you like it's the biggest turn off, and I'm gone. I'm sorry, I'm just gone. You shouldn't be. Even if you hate reading, do not tell me that. Trust me.
say
For your own benefit, do not mention.
Say for your own
Because all you're telling me is I don't like to learn. And in life, if you don't learn or grow or change, you die. That's it. You get left behind. You become a dinosaur, right?
Wow.
So, but babes will tell you, I like sleeping. I'm not clear. Women need more sleep than men. I get it. I used to be upset about that, but I realized from my own learning.
No,
in general,
I-
women need sleep. It's just the truth, right? But when you, as a woman, say, I like sleeping, I like doing this, I don't like reading. The moment you say I don't like reading, you're cancelled.
No, but like,
I'm sorry, you're
would
cancelled.
how would you? I don't know. Like, trust me. I know that sitting down to condition yourself.
Yeah.
To sit down, undistracted. For maybe 30 minutes. Trust me. If you're just starting out, it is wild. You know.
Yeah.
Agreed.
But still the same. That unwillingness to absorb information, it's hard for me.
Really?
As like I'm just saying, like, if someone tells me they don't like reading, then what do you do? What do you do?
Tire.
Well, they watch Instagram stories.
I do too. But
They learn from that.
imagine you have a babe learning from Instagram story. You are
No. See. The entire world is online now. Everything. This TV is connected online. Like
Yeah,
almost
there's a lot of
almost
information
everything
out
is
there.
online. You understand?
So I don't think people are. I mean, like I feel like the other forms of learning. Right?
Agreed,
It's
yeah.
not really necessary.
No,
reading
but
a book.
what reading does to
No,
you,
no. I'll say that is the best form.
Yeah.
Right. But there are other forms of learning.
Oh, agreed.
Right?
This experience.
Basic, no.
experience,
experience, yeah,
yeah.
but good experience, right? But like, I mean, there are a lot of video content out there. People prefer just watching videos. Like, if there's a video interpretation of the whole thing, they'll do that. Or there's audiobooks as well. Right?
No, agreed.
So a lot of people just listen to audiobooks.
That's
Again,
reading
but
as well.
I will
So
never
that-
be a fan of audio.
for
some
you,
people, it
you
works
might
for
not,
some
but like for
people.
some
It works for
people,
some people,
they
actually.
actually, because some people are not really fast readers,
Yeah.
but they can listen they can pick things quite quickly. Some people prefer
Yeah, 'cause, like-
more practical.
Audiobooks actually works.
No, it works for some people. For me, it doesn't work. I like to hold
Yeah.
and smell the book.
I
Yeah,
tried.
hold it.
I tried the whole
Yeah.
like I'm reading. I haven't tried going out to using a pen to be.
Highlighting.
No,
I'm not that
can't.
fast.
Well, I highlight it.
I'm not a fast reader.
Oh,
Yeah,
you
I'm
mean
not that
audiobook
fast.
and highlighting?
No. Like
Just
like,
highlighting.
Okay,
like to be highlighting
get like
or to be using like the pen to be tracking like
So-
where you're going.
I think that
some
slows
people-
people down. Actually,
No,
in
yeah, some
reality.
people
just read the book.
no,
read it.
So
No,
so
Why
when
you-
you're reading,
are you
see,
blind?
It depends. It
Why-
depends.
No,
It
it
depends on the kind of
actually
book you're
helps
reading.
people, though.
Actually, right?
Agreed.
It does
depends on
help
the kind of. So there are some books like, honestly, man, I'm gonna settle down here and actually understand what's going on, right? I might not be the first time I read the book. When the first time I read the book, I'm very slow
Yeah.
to get going through. But second time I read the book, I'm
Maybe you
faster.
wanna highlight
Again, like
stuff,
I'm already. This is why I noted down here at this point in time. Oh,
And I
probably
think-
there's, I move on, right? But like I feel like everybody learn.
The
There are
speed-
so many
Yeah.
open ways of learning right now.
Another thing is that the speed involved in reading a book actually depends on the vocabulary that is actually.
I'll say
but how would your
vocabulary.
vocabulary-
I'll say content.
Exactly. Yes.
content.
Because, like,
Content is
the way
like-
you read a sci-fi novel
Yeah.
is different from how you read a motivational book or a book on leadership or a
Or
technical
business
book
book, yeah.
or a
so
coding
of
book.
course, like
You get my point, right? So
it still boils down
the
to what I'm
content
saying.
really matters, right?
It's the see, yeah,
I think your vocabulary matters. I agree with you.
vocabulary matters
It
because
does.
there's some books you pick up like this. Trust me, there's some books. I think one of the best books I actually read was what's the name? 12 Rules of Life by Jordan Peterson,
Jordan
the first
Peterson.
one.
Yeah, lovely book.
You understand? And then I read the second one. The second one was much more structured.
Yeah.
You understand?
Did you finish it?
Yeah, I finished.
I
finished.
struggle with that book, but yeah. Continue.
Yeah, so like the first one was talking about chaos. The second one was talking about order. You know, when chaos is too much, you need to bring in some order. When order is too much, you need to bring in some chaos. And, you know, now find the balance. Trust me, there were some chapters that were just breeze. Understand?
Right.
Fantastic. That book is like 300 pages or something, but it was fantastic. But there were some chapters.
You're on Google every time.
No,
What is
you're
this
like
mean?
you're
Is
not
it
gonna-
the word or is it the punchlines or is it the meaning
it's
of the message, the content?
You know, yeah.
Do you get my
So
point?
like
Yeah.
it's the content, but then you know it is the words and the vocabulary that actually makes
Put
up the
together,
content
right?
also.
Yeah.
You understand? So they like there were actually like some of the like the way the book goes and all, like there were some of the chapters that were, you know, like fantastic and all like that. So I don't know, people should read books. I think this year I actually read a lot.
What if a girl tells you that, oh yeah, I like to read, and then now ask her like, what books do you read? And then she's like, what is
Like romance novels and
Romeo
stuff.
and Juliet?
I'll manage that. It's okay.
You manage, okay?
Yeah. Because you know what it does? What reading does is, you know when you watch videos, right? They show you, 1980 something, or in 2055, this is how it's
Yeah.
going to look, right? But what reading does is it expands your
Yeah.
just the way you
Imagination?
think.
It creates
Your
that imagination in your
that's the
head.
word, yeah. So as you're reading it, you're thinking, and then eventually when you do that, it becomes a habit,
Continuously, yeah.
your imagination is just expanding, and you're like, oh, okay, there's something more I can do, right? There's always more. So for me, when they read those stuff, they're using their imagination, which goes well, because sometimes people get limited and you ask them to do stuff, or let's say they need to do stuff, but because their imagination is very myopic,
Yeah.
right? They just don't know how to figure it out. But
Yeah.
as you start reading, as your mind expand, as you sit there to try to figure something out, you start tapping into your imagination. Okay, maybe if I go this way instead of that, or I tried here, it doesn't work. Let me go here now. That's for me.
I agree.
Based on what I've seen as a kid growing up, people that read, we call them the smartest people, whatnot. But just the way they live their life, just the way they think and talk,
yeah.
it's very different.
Okay.
Nah, it's, you know, you guys should pick that up. New Year resolution. We've spoken about this in
No.
pick up more books.
For me, now, it's just like increase the amount of books I read.
And then the thing is this year, the mistake people make is this year. 30 minutes daily.
That's enough. Yeah,
It's enough.
it's more than enough.
You don't need to plan, Thursday, 9 to
really
5.
No.
No. 30 minutes. You know, maybe like 1 to 1:30. Just set the alarm and read. Like that. Of course, it's going to take you longer time compared to if you're reading like
yeah.
1
But
hour.
over time, you
You
improve, right?
You know-
So for me, I read 5 times, at least in terms of my just books, 5 times a week, 1 hour. All right, come out from work, or once I'm done working, read from 5 to 6, then I go to the gym. That's it, right? And I wouldn't say I'm the fastest reader. So what I gauge myself, it's an hour or 1 chapter. So if I get to 1 chapter for an hour, if I'm interested in the book, I will flip over and keep reading.
Yeah.
When I look at my time, okay, I got to run. Then I run, and then I continue. But I think once you start there, because once it becomes a habit, right? It takes 16 days to build a habit. Once you start there, it becomes easy, right?
Just 16 days.
yeah.
Yeah.
Well, based on research,
I actually thought it was 21.
16,
Yeah, based
16
on
days.
research, yeah.
You know what? Actually, it could be 21. Yeah,
I think it's
you could be
21.
right. You could be right. Yeah,
It's 21.
But once you do
to be a
that,
habit.
it becomes
Once you
a
do
habit.
consistently, like your body becomes like it's
Yeah.
already there. Like
So it's
already,
not-
it's already
it's not
ingrained.
hard.
If you
I'll
don't
try
do
it.
it the next day,
I'll choose one habit.
But you also need to
21
pick
days.
books that you would enjoy, not someone like me now picking Romeo and Juliet. I won't read it.
man, nah.
Yeah, I think that's another thing for me, right? I read the books that I read, romance novels, gone. Like
I tried romance.
probably just one
It's romance.
normal.
I never
okay,
tried.
romance.
Do you get like, well,
I
really?
never-
Those are not my kind of books. So it's
You
only
need
when
to
I look at the
improve-
book, I'm
you need
like,
to
I'm
improve
like,
your
oh,
romance life.
No, for
those
me,
are fictional. Most of them are fictional.
I try not to
stories,
read fictional books.
so- Yeah, fictional.
So,
I prefer
mine
watching
is-
it.
no,
I can watch
non-fiction.
it.
You
Maybe it's a
can.
movie. I'll watch
No, I'm
it.
not watching anything.
Or
No, because now there are YouTube channels that actually summarize the book now. So maybe
Yeah,
an
100%.
hour
I've seen some of
with
those.
graphics and everything. So yeah, that could be something. But I think for a man or a woman telling me I don't like learning,
It's bad.
it's just bad. right? Think about it, right?
We can't go far.
You cannot. I'm sorry. You just cannot, right? So we're living, and that's why they live in these fantasies, like, oh, this is what marriage is, right? This is what relationship is. The other day Michelle Obama came out telling the ladies, like, okay, this is how my 30 years marriage has gone with Barack, right? And they fantasize this marriage, oh, Obama, Barack, and stuff like that, right? But she was telling them, like, 10 years into this marriage, like, when I look at this dude, I'm like, I don't like this dude. I just want to. But she stayed and they had kids and they had to work through that. And she was breaking it down. But guess what? There's still some people that still went online to go say, oh, this is rubbish. I would have left. I'm like, what? This woman is just telling you how marriage is, literally.
Yeah, from experience.
From experience, this is what marriage is, work.
You don't know
and
what
you guys are
kills
still
me.
shitting on it.
What kills me is that somebody that has not had relationship for 2 months. We come out and be talking to someone that has been in a relationship
You
for
say
10
2
years.
months. People want some of these people, relationship 2 years, 3 years, nothing,
They've not been
zero.
in any.
Like, see, relationships are complex. You understand? It takes time, it takes effort to actually like go in and build in. And it actually takes dedication. If you're not actually dedicated, man, like you're wasting your time. So there's this in that Jordan Peterson's second book. There's this part that talks about relationships and like Jordan Peterson actually spoke largely about relationship. Like there was this one where he spoke about ensure that with your wife or with your husband that you actually spend like 1 hour, like 30 minutes a week.
A week talking, yeah.
Just talking, talking and planning. Like he actually, says that. But then there was this part where he said, people say they're looking for the perfect person for them. And then he said, you actually think you get someone that's better than yourself. So wait, if you think you're going to get someone that's better than yourself, do you think they deserve
Someone who's
you?
lower.
Or they deserve to
Yeah.
also get someone
Someone
who's
as good as them.
yeah. So really, like what you said is you will actually get what you are as good as. The most important thing is that you just have to know that we just have to work it out.
Fact.
And that's what people are knowing for. Any small thing like this.
That's why when I say city girls, like I meant city girls
Same
that
experience to speak of.
It's an experience.
No, but it is.
not
It's-
pretty much
even with
experience.
these girls, because I know what you're making reference to. So like you're trying to say, okay, the girls in Nigeria might likely stay. Like so, if you guys should go back to Nigeria to go and look for a wife, maybe that one might likely stay, and then the one here
Well, I can't.
might likely ex.
But
exactly.
But
Or-
imagine
but
even in Nigeria, people
Yeah.
still get
I'm actually more scared of the ones that are coming.
that come in
Because the
exactly.
stories I've heard in that throne, my goodness.
That's my point. So the ones that
incoming.
the ones that actually come in, right? Because you're picking up things that you
let me
don't
break it
know.
down for you. So you take an animal, right? Let's say you take a lion, for example, right? You cage a lion, right? For 10 years. The lion is walking around the zoo. But the moment you say, okay, we'll take this lion out, we'll take it to the forest, and just say, okay, this forest now, but you just walk around this circle. Would that lion walk in that circle? Or would you just...
Never.
Well, so I think this is the thing. Is the lion.
It's like-
No!
The lion. Yeah?
Why?
It's no. It's the lion. And then the lion notes that, I'm the king of the jungle.
But I'm also free.
I'm free.
The community here...
Now, the truth of the matter is this. Some people know, like myself, yourself, and some other people. We came here, of course. Life happens. You get to evolve, you get to mature, but then it does not. I still know what Solomon can do. Solomon knows what I can do. You understand? Like we don't just get abroad and then we just deviate and then we
change.
like we lost track, of everything. It's the same thing too that points to those people. Yes, of course, they were just being tamed because of the constraints in Nigeria.
Yeah,
then they get here. Trust me, they get here and then sometimes things go wrong.
That happens.
Sometimes things go wrong.
facts.
But then we can't also remove the fact that some of them also come here. And then, they know themselves already. They know, okay, this life is not for me.
Yeah.
Let me just day my day,
But I think it's those people that have been, they were able to explore that lifestyle where they were coming from. Because
I beg to
No,
differ
really,
because it's
yeah.
more like so, and that's why it goes both ways. I agree, like you said, it's the lion, but I also think it's the zookeeper as well. Because some guys, let's be honest.
So
They
are
go
you
back
trying to
now,
wait?
right?
Are you
Wait.
trying to blame the?
No, it's
the,
both ways, right?
The who they, I'm calling out Toronto against F. What's his name? I'm trying to blame him.
Who?
The
The mayor?
yes,
John-
I'm blaming
John
of Toronto.
Tory.
Like, are you trying to blame him?
No, no.
He's the zookeeper at this point.
No, it's not. The zookeeper here in this case, the zookeeper in this case is us, the Nigerian guys that have gone there
That have
to
been there
bring.
already.
Because two things. If you bring a girl who's been sort of caged in that Nigerian community, right, that favors men. Now you brought her here, where the laws sort of. What do you think she would do,
favors
right?
women, yeah.
But also, some of our guys, they also want, well, I'm a traditional man. And they want some level of control. So you go there now, you bring babe, come, right? It's one way. Once the get eye open, what do you think she would do?
Yeah.
No, but no. So the thing is this. I've heard of that analogy before. And then what I usually say is this. Yes, you can be traditional. You can be a traditional man. But then, if you've been oppressing her since,
Good luck. Get ready.
then you now bring her here, my brother.
Get
My
ready.
brother. But then if you are, I don't know,
If you've been a good person.
yeah, if you've been a
she
good
would
person,
know.
and then the girl actually has
Yeah,
sense.
she would know.
She, of course, she will know, and then she will know that okay, I can fuck this guy up if I want to fuck him up. But then he has not done, X, Y.
But
Z.
you've been good to her and she likes you. But another point is, if you go to Nigeria to go bring babe, come now. You don't even know if she likes you for you or she just wants
Or she
the
don't
opportunity
like
to
you
come here.
For the
because
past.
That's why it's so
exactly.
bad for me. Me and my mom, we've joked about it. We don't laugh tire. She knows none of our kid will go there and bring someone because we're like, whether you're a guy or a girl, if you're going there, you just don't know because are they saying yes? Oh, I love you, I like you because of the opportunity of coming here. The moment they land, they figure out their way. You know what? I just came here for the opportunity. Bye. And if you're a man,
But I've actually
you
heard
walk
so many
out.
stories
But if you're a
like that
woman,
too.
yeah, you could just live with the house and everything, right?
Yeah.
Which is, and I've seen it in that Toronto. It's really bad in Toronto. So for me, going that way, not happening, right? So, so I'm sorry because it's better because think about it from a cultural point of view. When you bring someone from there here, like if you find a girl here, she already knows okay, the way of life here is, yeah, it's not 50-50, but you pull your weight, right? But now you bring chick come, who's been living in Nigeria, that has been providing everything. All the boyfriends have been providing everything. You come here now. You as the man, you have to feed the bill 100%, right?
Yeah, before she gets,
And even if she gets stuff, sir, right? Maybe from where she's coming from, she wasn't the most educated or the most forward thinking. So the sort of job she gets here, it's not really even the best, right? So when you do comparison of income, you're just out anyhow.
Yeah,
Again,
100%.
That means 85% you're fitting the bill again. So it takes a lot. And that's why we find our young black Nigerian men just fall down and die on it because the pressure we carry in our back is just too much.
No. So the thing is this, yeah. So the thing is this, and I'm actually like very, very happy you brought that point. And I also do think that's actually what I think that's why most of our guys are stepping out too.
Like outside our community.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, absolutely.
Yo.
Absolutely.
Bro,
Absolutely.
the stress of dating a Nigerian chick.
Oh, my no easy. But me, I'm destined for Nigeria. Man. I'm sorry. I'm destined for Nigeria.
Man,
I know.
let me tell you, bro. We know how many people have gone to our sister countries to pick wives. A lot.
Yeah, all over. Yeah.
A lot.
What did they happen?
I thought you were a nationalist. I never knew that you were looking across the border.
And the
then-
thing is, we actually change whenever we go outside our community.
Yeah, we try to learn.
We try to
believe us
learn,
somewhat.
and then we try
No,
to like calm.
You know what?
Try to
You know what? It's not even it's not just that. When we find ourselves with other people that are not our people, the kind of energy I will have towards you
It's different.
It's not there.
Exactly.
it's
so
not there.
It's always like
I've actually noticed it.
especially with like no shade to guys that have like a different race or color of girlfriend, but it's like I've seen guys that will come to like a party with their Canadian girlfriend, for example, and then
What do you mean
they-
Canadian? Like she's white.
yeah, she's white, yeah, and then they just like leave her to do her thing,
Yeah.
and then they actually just come to their guys, start shouting, "Ah." But when I go back to why you're all calm and you're doing.
It's
I'm
a
like,
cultural
ah,
thing, right?
exactly.
You gotta find.
Yeah, like
Yeah.
no, it's a thing.
No, it's a thing,
It's
though.
a thing that actually happens. I'm like,
It's a thing, right?
I actually
You
appreciate the fact
can't
that
you be shouting.
No,
they're
just like you did with your guys.
your
like,
energy now.
You know what I mean?
You're your guys. You're this, but
We have serious problems.
But when you now go to what and like check up and I'm like, how are you doing?
calm.
No, but of
Very
course,
become a
calm.
Canadian.
Exactly.
of course you want to be soft with your babe now. Sure, you want to carry on. What's been
no,
going
no,
on
no,
too?
no, no, no.
And like you
There's
don't
the
get
way
that
you
be shouting
actually
at her now.
act. No, now.
No,
but
I
like,
get what you're saying.
so yeah, it's I don't think it would work for me because I want to be able to crack jokes in my language, and my girlfriend will be able to laugh at it and will understand. If I'm
I'm actually struggling with that.
Good luck. You struggle a bit more.
No. But the thing is this, trust me, like she used to make fun of my accent a lot. A lot. In fact, there was a day I said, for instance, she was rolling. Like I had to get her. Like I was not like, okay, now.
enough.
Pissing me off.
Yeah.
She was rolling, but like I get what you're saying. You know, like some of the jokes, some of the slangs.
slang.
There's some things I say. She catches some of them, but then I know that if I had said this to somebody that understands this,
Ninja
thing,
babe.
Yeah.
You hit
Yeah.
differently, right? Just the play. No, but I'm glad I'm a Nigerian man, honestly, because I think,
fact.
especially in diaspora, I think as much as I want to talk shit about Nigerian men, this is one thing I know for a fact: Nigerian women will end up with us. We're all
100%.
going to end up with ourselves. But also, when you look at whole Africa, especially in diaspora, the other women in other African countries
100%
still
respect
come to
us,
So I always tell
exactly.
my guys,
100%.
if girl do you younger, just see your hot cake. You're
See,
good. Move on. More will
you
come.
ain't thing, yeah.
Simple.
And don't get me wrong, because I have other friends that are from other African
Yeah.
countries, and all. But our advantage.
We're blessed. End of story.
Oh, Nigerian. Oh, where you from? Lagos.
That's the only system they know. Lagos.
Trust me, and then from there, like they actually want to know more. Like but I don't shout out to all the people that have watered the ground, that have done
Fact.
the work for us, that have done the full work.
Exactly.
Because, like it's everywhere in Cameroon. Let me tell you something. To know how crazy this is, go to the Caribbean, or like meet like a Caribbean chick, and trust me, man. Like trust me, I love Caribbean women, but they actually love African guys.
They do.
Like the love is I don't even know how, but trust me, like they actually do. And then like once they know, okay, you're Nigerian also, like and there's some people that are for me, yeah, he's close to Nigeria. He's just on top.
He's close. I'm just
He's just
Oh my
he's just
One of
like
my
he
guy is
said,
Cameroonian. He claims like because he goes out with us. So now he just claims
He claims
Nigeria.
Nigerian, yeah.
So yeah, if you see him, you think he's an Igbo boy, right? But he's from Cameroon. So now he just claim Nigeria many years ago, right? So, but no, I'm glad. Honestly, I think Nigerian guys, especially in this Canada, or hot cake, my guy. We'll be hot
like,
cake.
but
Simple.
not many guys realize that though.
They don't.
Not many guys realize that.
So
Many guys are still
a bit
Yo,
sheepish and
go
all
out
that.
there, date, explore, do your thing.
Dora. Continue exploring.
Oh, he's talking to you,
I
not
know,
me.
I'm done. He's not serious now. He's not serious now. Man, Kelly, I appreciate you for coming on, man.
Yeah,
I
no,
appreciate you for
thanks.
coming on. Definitely. I know that we're still going to have you on more
Facts.
episodes.
Facts.
100%. 100%. I appreciate you, bro. Well, we'll see you guys in the next one.
Stay safe, guys.
Cheers.